You know, it's become apparent to me over the years that most people don't actually know. They don't know what they want in life. And the few people that actually do know, they don't know how to get there, and so they never start. And the few people that do actually start because they have some sort of an idea of how to get there, they give up too early because they don't understand the price that they need to pay to get there. And so in this video, I want to go over 3 different ways you can set goals. In fact, 3 different types of goals that will give you clarity on what exactly you should be doing right now to get the achievement that you want and become the person you want to be. The first type of goal is what we call an activity goal, right? And an activity goal is something that you are doing consistently every single day or every single week, and every day you either reach that goal or you don't. So for example, reading 10 minutes a day, that's an activity goal. Exercising 20 minutes a day, that's an activity goal. You get it? Get the drift, right? Some other activity goals, right? Meditating can be an activity goal. Me making YouTube videos, I want to make a video a week, I want to make 2 videos a week, that's an activity goal. And one thing you need to understand about activity goals is that success isn't achieved by one big grand event. You don't win the lottery and all of a sudden you're successful. Success takes time. It's the culmination of a bunch of little steps that you take. And the same thing for failure, right? You don't become an obese person if you count that as failure. You don't become an obese person overnight by eating 1 Big Mac. No, it's consistent daily habits that you failed to accomplish that led you to that result. And so the second type of goal that we want to go over is a results-based goal, is the achievement goal. The achievement goal. And what the achievement goal is a milestone. It's a milestone that you want to get to. So for example, I want to make $1 million. That is an achievement goal. That's a milestone. I want to graduate university. I want to get an A in this class. That's an achievement-oriented goal. And most of us, this is where we're stuck at, right? Most of us have achievement-oriented goals, but we don't know the activities that are needed to get there, right? So here's a relationship. You cannot get to an achievement-oriented goal unless you set activity-oriented goals. Let's say you want to lose 20 pounds. You cannot lose 20 pounds unless you decide on an activity that you will do consistently over a long period of time until you get to that achievement. You can't all of a sudden decide to make $1,000. You can't all of a sudden decide to get an A. You need to figure out and have 100% clarity on what is the work required to get there, the activity that you need to engage yourself in. Now, the problem is most of us don't actually know what we want. And the goal that we've set for ourselves is a goal that society has imposed upon us, our parents has imposed upon us, our friends or peers. We think that's what we want, but it's not actually what we want. And so we set the achievement because it's easy to set the achievement. It's easy to be like, I'm gonna make $1 million. It's easy to change your Instagram profile to entrepreneur or founder of this company. I know because I've done it, and it really doesn't mean anything, right? So it's easy to set an achievement goal. It's hard to put the activity in to get there. And it's even harder to continue that activity, to persevere, if it's not actually what you want, which brings us to the third type of goal that we set, and that's an identity goal. An identity goal. And an identity goal is, who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? What kind of characteristic do you want to develop? And guess what? The relationship between all of these things are super important, because an identity goal should decide this type of achievement that you want to get, which should decide and make the activities that you want to get meaningful, that will give you drive and motivation to continue your activity goals. Why? Because you're striving to become this person. You're striving to get this identity. And so that's where we start. That's where we're supposed to start, is the identity goal. Most people haven't even thought about the type of person that they want to be and the type of achievements that those type of persons should have and the activities that those type of people commit themselves to. And so let me give you an example. One of my identity goals that's dear to my heart is I want to become somebody that can provide to the people that are important to me, whether in terms of money, in terms of time. I want to be there for them. I want to be somebody that is present, more present than I am right now, because frankly, I'm a teacher overseas and my family thousands of kilometers away, and if anything should happen, I can't be there. I can buy a plane ticket, but I can't be there beside them like that. And so an achievement of that kind of person, I've decided, because I've thought deeply about it, I literally sit there for like an hour and I think about my goals and I try not to fall asleep. But anyways, an achievement that I want is then I want to have my current income, but passively, right? I don't want to work for my current income. Well, okay, let me take that back. I want to work for the current income that I have right now, but I don't want to continue working to get that income coming in every single month. In other words, I'm willing to put the work in now for the income to become passive in the future. And so I've calculated that right now, after tax, I get like what, $4,000 a month. I want that in passive income. And here's what I mean by most people don't know exactly what they want. I know exactly what I want. Let me illustrate. So $4,000 a month passive income would mean that at a 20% tax rate, which is roughly around where I'm at, I would need to make $5,000 pre-tax every single month. That's $60,000 a year. And on a 6% return dividend portfolio of stocks, if that's the vehicle that I've chosen, I could easily do the same thing with rental property or real estate. Let's take stocks. I would need $1 million. I would need $1 million. All right, so $1 million. How long is it going to take for me to make that? Now I have to be realistic, right? 20 years, 25 years? I don't know, but I enjoy the process of trying to get there. So I'm not too concerned about that end result. I just want the process of trying to get there and not be stressed about that whole end result, whether I get there in 10, 20, or 15 years. I don't know. I know I'll get there. I just don't know when, and that's okay. But guess what? I can accelerate that process really quick. Let's pretend that I have this YouTube channel, and over the next 3 or 4 years, I'm able to generate $1,000 every single month. Guess what? $1,000 every single month is $12,000 a year, right? On a 6% dividend portfolio, that is $200,000. In other words, I need $200,000 to generate a return of $12,000 a year. Did I lose you yet? Assuming the return dividend yield is 6%, I get a 6% return, which is very reasonable. So what does that mean? It means the time that I spend making these videos over the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, I don't care how long it takes, because it's worth $200,000, right? So these videos that I'm making right now, in my mind, over time, are gonna be worth at least $200,000. That's how my mind works, and that's why I'm motivated enough to sit down and actually make these videos. In fact, I've set an activity goal that I want to make 1 to 2 videos every single week. And you know what? They're not perfect videos. I don't spend 10 hours on these videos, frankly, because I just don't have the time to. But it's just a commitment I've set for myself and a desire that I have to share myself with other people, to share my thoughts and to share pretty much my journey of getting from A to B. And to hopefully inspire people that to come alongside me and go on this journey together with me. And so that's kind of how that works, right? I've got the identity goal of I want to be the provider. I've got an achievement goal of $1 million. And along the way, I've tried and failed at multiple things in trying to get there. and I've settled on an activity goal of investing in a dividend portfolio, building up rental income, which will probably take a few years before I start that, but stock portfolio, rental income later, and then this YouTube channel, right? Because attention is the new currency. And so it's become super interesting to me, right? To make videos every single week and to see more and more of you watching every single week. Even though some of you don't leave comments, I mean, I would appreciate it if you did comment so we can start a discussion, you know, and it helps the YouTube algorithm. But anyways, it's become super valuable to me to understand the concept of achievement goals, identity goals, and activity goals. And I hope this video has helped you as well. If it did, please let me know by hitting the like button. If it didn't, hit the dislike button. And either way, it helps me get feedback on what I'm doing well and what I'm not. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed this time we had together. We'll see you next time. And until then, have a nice life. See ya.